Can a beauty influencer build a sustainable $1 million brand?
तो मेरे से बड़ा ड्रैगन तो इस इंडस्ट्री में कोई और कम ही होगा. Reminding my team, for 12 years we paid salary from Karachi for Lahore.
ये तो वही जेफ बेजोस वाली स्टोरी होगी. Amazon 20 साल लॉस किया और अब
You have to have faith, नहीं?
12 years का faith most entrepreneurs would not have. Your biggest setback and how did you deal with it?
I don't look back, first of all.
You were gone for a couple of years.
It was a very difficult time for me because I was struggling personally, financially. Nightmare to work with, so I keep everyone on the edge.
So if you're a nightmare to work with, why do people want to work with you? You think fame is fame, there is no difference in fame?
बिल्कुल है, जभी तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि I know the craft.
Biggest challenge you've experienced with a big name?
I say that I've been the grandmother of this industry and a lot of the celebrities have literally grown with me.
आजकल के जो celebrities हैं, let's say actors हो गए, influencers हो गए, उनके तरबियत और उनकी let's say attitude, उनके persona में versus let's say 10-15 years ago क्या फ़र्क नज़र आ रहा है?
I think discipline बहुत जल्दी fame हो जाए. If you haven't been through the grind, the only place where success comes before work is the dictionary.
भाई अगर किसी के million followers आ गए तो आ गए ना followers. It's not like
जैसे आ गए वैसे वो चले भी जाएंगे.
million तो नहीं जाते. जो discipline की आपने बात की थी वो discipline lacking है इनके अंदर.
Yes, hard work, punctuality.
नहीं है.
Time.
पहले ज़्यादा होता था.
गुड क्वेश्चन. भी पहले भी नहीं होता था.
Creative-
अब और भी बुरा है. अभी जेन जी तो फिर एक अलग ही बीमारी है.
How are you solving for Gen Z in your business?
मैं क्या क्या सॉल्व करूं भाई.
आपके बिजनेस का फ्यूचर Gen Z तो है ना.
Your presence means something. Don't say I can WFH.
वैसे आपके बिजनेस में वर्क फ्रॉम होम तो हो ही नहीं सकता.
I worked. I learned. I sold my wedding diamonds and went to the best school in the world. For the newbie also, before they make the videos and content, please learn the skill.
You started hair cutting at 11.
Yeah, I was doing my own hair, my family, my mother's friends, etc. And I think I did some real disasters.
So 10 years you cut hair and you
Yeah.
never charged.
No.
See right there, none of the Gen Zs are going to do that. They're not going to run this for 10 years and not charge anything. वो तो पहले दिन आके कह देंगे भाई ये पैसे हैं आप बताएं करना है या नहीं.
So मैं वही कहती हूँ ना, it wasn't built in a day.
How is the hair care different from your makeup brand?
You have to trust what I'm giving because I have chosen the ingredients. वो मिलान में बना है कि मुल्तान में बना है, आप इसकी फिक्र ना करें.
So you're betting on Nabila basically.
Yeah, 40 साल में अगर मैंने इतनी ट्रस्ट नहीं कमाया then forget it.
कोई भी शैम्पू हेयर लॉस नहीं रोक सकता.
नहीं, वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं.
और कोई भी
नहीं,
शैम्पू हेयर ग्रोथ नहीं कर सकता.
नहीं कर सकता. और कोई भी शैम्पू आपके बाल गिरा भी नहीं सकता.
ये शैम्पू का रिजल्ट नहीं है. This is genetics.
Yes, of course. मैं किसी शादी में गई किसी क्लोज रिलेटिव की और वो दुल्हन बैठी थी और उसके पूरा कवर हुई हुई थी और उसके पाँव की नेल पॉलिश और शेप से मैंने बता दिया कि इसकी स्टैंडिंग स्टेटस किधर है.
Really?
इसकी थिंकिंग का ये कौन सी फिल्म देखती है कि आपने क्या खाया था तो आपने क्या सोचा था तो आपकी इंस्पिरेशन क्या है, आपकी एस्पिरेशन क्या है. Therefore you have adapted this.
When the current prime minister looks and the previous prime minister looked, people like it.
तो आप मुझे फंसा देंगे.
नहीं मैं नाम तो कोई नहीं ले रहा ना. Can a beauty influencer build a sustainable $1 million brand? Or does it take 40 years of hard work, training and experience to build a similar brand? Check out the story of Nabila, the image consultant who started her career with a 75 rupee haircut and who cut hair for 10 years before she even charged her first customer. Nabila, how are you today?
I am very good, thank you.
I have to tell you, कल रात I was sitting with a friend of mine और मैं कह रहा था कि tomorrow I'm doing a podcast with Nabila. And he goes to me, he's like, yaar, what she's done with NGens is amazing. There's a guy out there who loves what you have built. मतलब obviously औरतें तो style और beauty में तो है ही हैं, but there are men, there's a whole segment of men who love what you've created with NGens.
So I train as a barber.
Okay.
I train as a barber from Sassoon, but I must give full credit to Zaire for creating my elder son, to create the brand because he said, I want uniformed men who know the craft. I don't want all these tamashas that you do in the ladies' salon. I want men to feel comfortable and have their own space. So this was very much his concept. So while I gave the training and, hired the staff and keep on giving my vision and training, it's his brand and I think
so it is his
great
baby.
job. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I want to start with the brand. we'll come back to the haircut, we'll come back to how you begin with, लेकिन अभी जो जिस चीज में आप एक्टिव हैं वो आपने जो ब्रांड बनाया है जीरो मेकअप का, और अब हेयर केयर में you've come into products as well. You started a brand with makeup even though you trained as a barber. Why did you start up with a makeup brand, Zero Makeup, with that one product which was the palette, and then eventually you came into hair care? Why not the other way around?
So the biggest brand I've built is Nabila. And Nabila is like an image consultant, and everything to do with image comes under one roof, whether it's ladies, gents, hair, face, image, style. So, usi ke offshoots hain, whether it's face or whether it's hair. And over the past 40 years, by the way, we are celebrating our 40 years as we speak, the credibility is for me to be an honest brand, a zero bullshit brand, somebody who's just giving you solution, result oriented, no guess, just pure short, just solution oriented. So concealer is something that I made the first, like you said, and it was called Zero. It's because I suffered with dark circles all my life. I was a child and I inherited the dark circles. But, the skin specialists who say, rest nahi kar rahi hai, so nahi rahi hai, like rubbish. I needed to cover it. And nothing in this world was giving me the coverage that I required, because I feel the Goras have always been ruling for the Goras. And then the Africans, the African American race has come up with Fenty and Pat McGrath and Denisa Marex and Iman and all for the black skin. For the black skin, but for the brown skin, specifically to the South Asian market, there is a very specific requirement. Our pigments, our skin, our undertones, our daylight, it's all very, very unique. So uske liye, we didn't have a solution, and that's what. First of all, I made it for myself, and I had it in my bag for 15 years, and I would make a little bit for all my friends and then models and shoots and shows and clients. And then when I realized that nothing like this exists and there's a market for it, we launched it first because I had the solution first. The reason we called it Zero and not Nabila at that time is because I was saving Nabila for the hair care.
Okay.
So, like वो बिरयानी का आलू जो है मैं लास्ट में खाती हूँ. So this is like my favorite thing that's coming out because this is my
life's work.
My finale. Yeah. I say I'm bottling Nabila. Literally.
You're bottling Nabila.
Yeah.
So इसमें मुझे explain something to me. You said कि South Asian skin के लिए products उस तरह से नहीं बनाए जाते. How would you compare like a Huda Beauty, which is, let's say, Middle Eastern skin?
Okay, very good question. Now that would be a brand that I talk about, but their brand philosophy, their positioning, their aesthetics is different. In the Arab world, in the Arab world, the aesthetics is different. The coverage is thicker. The colors are more gaudy. In the subcontinent, I feel we are more subtler. So it's understated. It's like more invisible. The colors are more subdued. It's more natural. It's more no makeup.
And there are no major brands जो South Asia में हैं जिस तरह से Huda Beauty या Fenty ने specific audiences को capture किया हुआ, ethnic audiences को.
आप बताएं.
South Asia, I'm not a makeup specialist, so I can't think of it.
आप research करके बताएं.
But there's none that I've
sure होते होंगे. My focus is not out there looking what others are doing. My focus is on what can I do, which will be a very reliable solution to our unique problems. Fortunately, with 40 years of hands-on experience and up to the minute knowledge of what's happening in the West, who's making what, how, the science of it, the ingredients, the trends, the formulations, etc. That's what I've been doing for the past 10 years. I'm focused on working with labs to develop colors, pigments, textures, formulas for our unique requirement.
Where do you see this going in terms of scale?
Places. So places international, because I'm very hardworking. And I am relentless. So I'm going to give it my best shot. Baki Allah par hai ki kidhar pahunchta hai. But I am spending every minute of the day on creating and expanding my reach and my collection and the solutions.
So beauty has been a huge industry. I think it's about $600-700 billion as of right now globally. So it's a अच्छी industry to be a part of. लेकिन चैलेंज ये एक अक्सर लोग कहते हैं जो बिजनेस में होते हैं कि पाकिस्तान से कभी भी कोई एक ग्लोबल ब्रांड नहीं बना है किसी भी सेक्टर में. ठीक है, हम even things like that are native to us, basmati rice, हम अपना नाम उसमें भी establish नहीं कर पाए. Why do you think that you can establish a beauty global brand knowing कि इसकी origin story पाकिस्तान की है?
Because हमारी जो formulation है, it's at par with Europe. So my standards are set to that level. The ingredients, we are working on making it a clean product by the end of this year. It's an ethical chain. The supply chain is audited. We make sure there's no child labor, no forced labor, and the practice is right. So I'm doing whatever internationally a good brand would do. My knowledge is international. My experience is subcontinent. I don't see why I can't be, a world-class brand.
In building a global brand, one of the things that obviously जो फाउंडर होता है ब्यूटी में, द नेम मैटर्स, और फिर वो उसके अराउंड फैशन और ब्यूटी में दे बिल्ड द बिजनेस अराउंड इट. यू कैन लुक एट लाइक Ralph Lauren, Bobby Brown. You can look at Paul Mitchell. There's some of these names that have built proper products and brands around it. एक जो चीज स्केल करते हुए बिजनेस में बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है इज हायरिंग द राइट टीम ऑफ प्रोफेशनल्स and then giving them the funding and the resources to do what they do best. Are you taking that approach, or is your approach more of a founder driven, I will do a little bit of everything?
No, so I realize that I have my own unique strengths, and my strength would be the vision. My strength would be the formulation, the next best trend, the packaging, the voice. Other than that, I've developed a team. I think ever since COVID, I've just worked on building a team, building the supply chain, building the operations, and a platform where everything is on autopilot and people are empowered to do the role they do best. Right? I tell my team, I need to come in when showing you the vision, roadblocks, and closing the deals. Other than that, don't talk to me.
And you've always had diversity as a big part of your teams, even in your salons. You talk about how you've supported the transgender community, how you've supported women from broken homes. How does this diversity impact the way a team functions?
It's very interesting because, when I've been doing this for 40 years, and when I hired transgenders or handicapped people or minorities or empowered, people from uneducated people from very grassroots levels to come up, I didn't even know what diversity meant. I didn't even know what inclusivity meant. This is all very fashionable and recent, and I feel I did what I had to do because, if somebody tells me, Baji, mujhe English nahi aati hai, I'm like, don't worry, wo Italian Prime Minister ko bhi nahi aati hai, Japanese Prime Minister. So, you don't have to worry. You don't need to speak. Your work needs to speak, and that doesn't have a language. So, if you are willing to learn and work hard, I'm willing to teach you. So, my language is science, skill, efficiency, results. It doesn't have a language. So, I don't discriminate. I don't have like a minimum requirement of your education or your background or your religion or your gender. Nothing. You can work, I will teach you. So that's how we became inclusive and, what's the other word you used?
Diverse.
And now the West has their eyes on me. So, a very big channel wanted to do some like a documentary, and they were not interested in me. They were interested in the transgenders and the stories of how their lives were transformed, or from, journey from a janitor to a stylist, So, and that's when I realized, oh my God, maybe I have done something great over there, which I can't see or the locals can't see. So it's interesting to see where it's going. For me, it's like it's like a culture that we have. It's something that works. It's an ecosystem. It is just what it is.
Wasn't there pushback? Because you did this at a time जहाँ पे it was not common. Diversity and inclusion की जो पूरा concept है, especially हमारे माहौल में, हमारे culture में, जहाँ पे बड़ा मुश्किल होता है कि थोड़े से भी लोगों में डिफरेंसेस हों, उनको assimilate करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. कराची तो फिर भी I would say is a better city for that regard, but culturally we're not easy to assimilate people of different ethnicities, backgrounds, physical challenges. sexual orientation. Pushback को किस तरह से डील किया जब ये आता था?
देखिए, result speaks for itself, and Karachi, I would say, has been a little harder. Lahore and Islamabad, we are in KLI, has been easier.
Really?
Yeah. So
I'm surprised. I thought Karachi would have been more.
No, perception, and especially some areas in Karachi, we feel more of this के पर्दा नहीं है और ये आदमी क्यों है. But then, even पर्दे वाली औरतें, once, are transgenders or the gay community, they give the results. वो अच्छे अच्छे पर्दे वाले, they are comfortable with them because they know के they feel safe, they feel entertained, and they get the result.
लेकिन till that point, क्योंकि रिजल्ट आने में भी तो it takes one haircut, it takes one experience or two. वो जो period है, how do you get through that period? क्योंकि it's that's the hard part. ना आपको पता है रिजल्ट तो आ जाएगा.
हाँ, नहीं, वो पीरियड के दौरान जब मुझे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, अपनी टीम से ही आते हैं, सो आई थिंक दैट इज द फोकस एंड द ड्राइव एंड द कन्विक्शन दैट आई हैव कि जस्ट वेट, दिस विल वर्क.
So you just ask them to hold off.
Just hold on. अभी नहीं है, 10 साल बाद आएंगे, but it will be there. Just wait.
And why did you have that confidence that it would work?
Because everything, mashallah, has worked. I have never had to take a step back and turn my direction because I just have like a direct connection.
Has anything ever not worked? कुछ तो कभी
It's taken years. It's taken years. I remember when we opened Lahore, we weren't getting clients, and I was reminding my team for 12 years, we paid salary from Karachi for Lahore. I said, wait.
12 years?
12 years. And they would say, aap band kyun nahi karti? I said, no. Punjab is a big market. Just watch.
But 12 years you funded law. It was a loss-making business.
Yes. I was paying salaries from Karachi.
12 years is तो वही जेफ बेजोस वाली स्टोरी होगी. Amazon 20 साल लॉस किया और अब बिल्कुल.
You have to have faith, नहीं?
12 years का faith most entrepreneurs would not have. मतलब it takes a special kind of entrepreneur कि आप 12 साल के लिए एक चीज को फंड करते रहें.
हाँ, नहीं, same with Zero. They're like my babies. Babies are not going to give you profit. You have to invest in it. You have to groom them. You have to have faith in it, and you have to nurture. Just wait. So Zero is also a bit like that because, the past 5 years during COVID, all we have done is streamline the supply chain. I've grown the SKUs from 10 to 95. We've grown our e-commerce. We've just done the teething issues and figured it out now to spread our wings internationally. And until now, they're like, because we are self-funded, we don't have any investment right now. And I feel ke ठहर जाओ, ठंडा करके खाओ, हो जाएगा. So when I tell my kids, like, wait, be patient. It's taken me 40 years. And they're like, you're so stupid. It's taking you 40 years. Why can't it be faster? And I don't know. This is how I work. I'm not a college graduate or a MBA, but this is how I work intuitively.
आजकल की जो bootstrapped entrepreneurs में भी एक माइंडसेट ये आ गया है because there's the funded entrepreneurs and there's the bootstrap entrepreneurs. Funded entrepreneurs को आपने बहुत सारे पैसे दे देते हैं, कहते हैं दबा के spend करो, get me this customer base, get me this GMV, and just make it really big. पीछे operationally क्या mess पड़ा हुआ होता है, no one knows. And the problem is that वो mindset permeate कर गया. Everyone wants to be that $1 billion company overnight, right? How do you still make sure in today's, let's say, entrepreneur के that mindset is still there, that it will not be a success overnight? Because it will not.
Because I've really worked hard and it's physical labor that we have done. And then, we have all this dialogue going on internally for the funding and raising capital and equity and listing eventually and, the valuation of the company and exit and all of that, And I'm like, okay, I want to deal with a bird in the hand while we are working on bird in the bush. Bird in the hand means, are you doing your daily, like labor, whether it means my R&D or my marketing or my content creation or my cash flows or my P&L or my financial structuring or my, the decks that we are making, which countries we are opening, the registrations, the legal, like there's so much work and I'm so new to it, because I'm not trained for all of this, but that's the real work that you need to do. And like you said, it can't be a mess and just create a value. You have to do the hard work. You have to streamline the processes. You have to be honest to yourself first and then to others. And reaching the bigger picture while you are working every single day. There's no shortcut to long-term success.
So if you're speaking to an entrepreneur who wants to go global sitting here, what is the one thing they should not do based on your experience so far?
I'm probably doing a lot of that. So I don't know what I shouldn't have been doing.
Or okay, let's put it this way. What is the one thing you look back and say, I wish I had not done that? Chalo, theek hai, it cost me some time, but I've gotten over it.
Nothing really. I don't, I'm so blinkered. I'm not looking sideways and I'm definitely not looking back. I'm looking forward. And I don't have any regrets.
None. Kuch to kahin road bump, kuch kya.
Maybe I wish I was more digitally savvy, more IT savvy, more computer literate. I'm still paper driven, not paperless, although I've got like so many softwares and hardwares to get there. But I get very intimidated by AI and digital.
The good news is AI cannot replace a good haircut.
मजदूरी
मजदूरी को रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं मिली, हाथ का जो है ना काम.
हाँ तो वो है, I take pride in that. So there's no complaints.
What was your biggest, when you look back, your biggest setback, and how did you deal with it?
I don't look back, first of all. Secondly, I think what I did back in early 2000, I was very young into the business. I had like a 3 months packed diary. I had a team that I was training. I would say I was doing like 90% of the elite of Pakistan as my clients.
Wow.
And that's when I went to St. Martin's. It was during 9/11, just after 9/11, to learn image consultancy, fashion styling, and like reinvention of image, etc. Thinking that my team is going to handle everything, and I've trained them what to do, even if I'm not there. So sitting there, learning, going to school, etc. When I came back, I had lost a lot of my business because obviously it was my blood that they wanted. My subordinates were not good enough. And that's when a lot of new salons or new stylists came up because I left that gap open. But then very quickly, as soon as I figured it out, there was a big comeback, and it's easy to get on top, but it's difficult to stay there. So I had to make sure I apni jagah nahi chodu.
How long had you gone?
A couple of years.
You were gone for a couple of years?
Yeah.
Or us dauran you lost a bunch of clients?
Yes. And it was a very difficult time for me because I was struggling personally, financially, it was a difficult time for me. But then it took me a while to get all of that back in control.
So when you came back and you saw कि ये situation ऐसी है कि clients चले गए हैं, business उस तरह से नहीं रहा, how did you start taking control back?
One by one. So by being there, and I tell my team, all you can do is make sure you turn up to work, turn up motivated, turn up with the skill and dexterity. Make sure you do the best, whether you're one client or 100 client. Make sure you do the best, because we have always grown and the business has always grown through word of mouth and recommendation. It's never been, paid advertisement.
And how long did it take to turn it back around?
A lot. 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
So यानी कि 3 साल का जो loss था, let's say, while you were away.
3 साल का loss में 10 साल में to be back with full force and beyond. Very quickly we got the control, but to then excel, because touch wood, we've always been head and shoulder above the competition. We've been head and shoulder above the competition, but to gain that lead again, to come up to par and a little above was maybe 3 years, but have that unreachable lead took me 10 years.
And what did you do differently this time so it still allows you time to take away from your business without losing clients? What have you done differently?
No, so I think the next 20 years after that, I mean, till the mid 20s, from 2001 to 20s, I think I made a system, a structure, SOPs, processes, org charts, HR, systems, accountability, where I can be anywhere in the world and I can run the business. And they don't know when I'll video call and say, go to that bathroom and show me that dustbin. और फिर सबकी शामत है if it's not in place. So I'm like nightmare to work with. So, I keep everyone on the edge.
So if you're a nightmare to work with, why do people want to work with you?
Because I give results. This is part of the winning team. The platform is amazing. We all grow. I share my growth. I share my wisdom. I share my knowledge, my platform, my money. So it's a great team to be with. I mean, success isn't easy.
True. You worked with some very interesting people in both the beauty and fashion industry of Pakistan. Abhi hum baat kar rahe the, you said, what is your view of the beauty and fashion industry currently?
I don't have a view. As I said, I'm blinkered. I'm not looking at the sides. I'm not looking at the back. I'm just looking forward. I'm only focusing on myself, what I can do, what I need to do, and whether I've done it or not. Honestly, I don't have the time. There are people saying कि ये हो गया, वो हो गया, fashion has gone to dogs. I'm like, I don't have the time. When you engage me for a project, which mashallah we still do, all the big projects, we deliver our best, whether it's a commercial for a multinational or some brand, or whether it's a fashion week, or whether it's a fashion show, or whether it's an editorial shoot, or just content creation. We do our best. We have a great team. I train my team. I give them the tools and the techniques to be a winning team. But other than that, I mean, I can't run the fashion industry. I've been a very integral part of it. I think I have, honestly, if you calculate what all I've done for the industry, it's immense. It's enough. I continue to do that, but my focus is not on driving this industry. My focus is on, the next decade of my life. How will I live it efficiently to create this, legacy?
So let me break the question up a little bit differently. आपने बात की कि आप कंटेंट क्रिएशन को सपोर्ट करती हैं, स्टाइलिस्ट और उस इमेज कंसल्टिंग में, फैशन वीक को और एडिटोरियल शूट्स को. In the last, let's say 10 years, how have editorial shoots evolved from your lens?
The difference I see, I mean, I still have a huge team and an award-winning team, if I may say so. पहले हम commercial का काम बहुत करते थे, and that was like big budgets, But अब वो commercial सारे बंद हो गए हैं. Everyone's come to the digital platform. Everyone's doing very frequent, cheaper shoots, because everyone's on e-commerce. So the budgets are low, but the volumes are big. So that is a shift that I've seen. The medium has changed from maybe TV to social media. But in the end, you're selling what you're selling.
And how do you equip the team to deal with frequent low budget shoots versus infrequent high budget shoots? Because it's mindset ka complete difference hai usme.
No, so we have a team. I mean, the one thing that I don't let go of is the training and the vision, like I said. So we have very talented team जिनकी vision alignment जो है ना कि ये नहीं करना, next thing is this, next finish is this, next trend is this, so वो हमारी बहुत strong चलती है. And then we have art directors and stylists within the company who know कि किस project के लिए किस चीज की जरूरत है. It could be a fashion week where we need an army backstage, or it could be one launch shoot which needs 50 changes a day, or it could be some mobile phone high budget thing which needs just one celebrity in a day. So we know how to then cater to all of them.
And you talked about social media. Social media के अंदर हम TikTok पे देखते हैं, Insta पे देखते हैं. There's a lot of these content creators who become these makeup tutorial experts. Millions of followers इनके होते हैं. ये फिर अपने brand line launch करती हैं, brand ranges launch करते हैं. And they become, sort of fairly big businesses, mid-sized businesses. US में बहुत होता है. What is your view on this kind of entrepreneur who's becoming a creator and showing the world that they can create and, let's say, do hairstyling, but they're not really running, let's say, an operation the way you are? वो अपने घर पे बैठ के सिर्फ content बना रहे हैं और audiences को फिर अपना product बेच रहे हैं.
हाँ, गुड क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज इस पे मेरे बड़े स्ट्रॉन्ग व्यूज हैं कि आई एम नॉट अ वन हिट वंडर हु मेड मिलियंस ऑफ फॉलोअर्स ओवरनाइट and now because I'm famous I can sell anything. I am selling you something because 40 years of experience, hands-on experience, is telling me what the problem is and what the solution is. So my brand is based on that. It is not a like, shouldn't be naming names, but Kylie Jenner. She had followers, she had gorgeous lips and body, and then she sells lipsticks. तो उसकी shelf life कम होती है, उसकी approach अलग होती है, उसके solutions अलग होते हैं, उसकी sale अलग होती है, उसका graph अलग होता है. We all have our own path to follow, but I feel कि अभी the professionals such as Pat McGrath or Charlotte Tilbury who've got hands-on experience on day-to-day faces are fighting back to say how we are different. I fall in that league.
And now the fact that you figured out कि formulation किस तरह करते हैं, you figured out कि ingredients कहाँ पे अच्छी हैं, कहाँ से sourcing करनी है. Let's say there is an influencer in Pakistan who's got a following and comes to you and says कि मुझे ये product range बनानी है 10 products की. Would you have a white label for them? It's a good business.
At the moment, my hands and feet and mouth, everything is full. So I'm just focusing on what I'm doing because running Zero and expanding the range and side by side launched hair care and now doing my final finale, bottling Nabila phase. I don't have the time to do any of that, but I'm sure there are people who can do that. So I don't have the time.
Any content creators that catch your eye today?
Lots of them. We have an affiliate program and we have a lot of influencers who come to us and say that, we want to partner with you, and they do an amazing job. And we have an affiliate program where we share our platform and our, incentives with them.
So if they sell Zero product,
they make money on it. So, and they give us more content, and we love that. So we empower that, support it.
What is the highest you've paid an influencer or an influencer's earned through your affiliate program?
So I think it goes up to, I'm not sure, a certain percentage, 25, 30, or maybe 10,
in terms
25.
of rupee value, what would be the highest?
I don't know.
Honestly, more than a million?
They would, yeah, why not? Depends on the, so it's a good business. It's a win-win for me. They sell, they create content, and it's something that is like an added income to their whatever else they do.
And what about the same kind of affiliate program? You think celebrities would do it in Pakistan? Influencers तो करते हैं and it's successful globally.
How do you differentiate celebrities from influencers?
Good question.
किसी का ड्रामा हिट हो गया?
I would say कि celebrity is multi-medium. ठीक है, an influencer is a single medium. ये मेरा अपना view है.
टीवी के ड्रामों में कितने इन्फ्लुएंसर्स आ रहे हैं, हर शो पे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स अब आ जाते हैं, so वो बड़ा ब्लर हो गया है. It's fame is fame, followers is followers. Unfortunately, that's how it's being measured.
If you're defining it that way, that's good for the Instagram, TikTok influencer, but it's bad for the TV actor.
Exactly.
क्योंकि TV actor ने तो एक तरह से वो कहेंगे हमारा एक craft है, हमने सालों, जिस तरह आपने कहा ना, प्रैक्टिस किया है, एक्टिंग की है, लेकिन इन्फ्लुएंसर कह रहा है मेरा भी क्राफ्ट है, which is why my craft is building audiences.
Yeah, and I have a following and I have the platform and I have a voice and I can sell anything. So it's interesting times that we're living in. Let's see how it pans out. But again, I said कि, the fame can be short-lived.
You think fame is fame? There's no difference in fame?
बिल्कुल है, जब भी तो मैं कह रही हूँ कि I know the craft. I'm not.
So fame backed by craft, fame backed by years of experience, long, जिसे कहते हैं ना, long-tailed fame versus the short-tailed fame. कि मैंने एक
तो मैं अपनी टीम को यही कहती हूँ कि हमने ठुमका लगा के नहीं फॉलोअर्स बनाए हैं. हमने फील्ड हिट नहीं हुई है मेरी. ये मेरा एक एक दिन का एक एक क्लाइंट को लिटरली लाइक वी आर कन्वर्टिंग वन क्लाइंट आफ्टर अनदर, एंड नाउ इफ वी हैव लाइक हंड्रेड्स ऑफ थाउजेंड्स ऑफ देम, इट्स ओनली बिकॉज we've converted them through our craft.
अच्छा, इसमें भी बड़ा फर्क है. एक बिजनेस आपका हाई टच, हाई पर्सनालिटी ड्रिवन बिजनेस है, और एक आपका मैस मार्केट प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड बिजनेस है. जो हाई टच यानी कि you're styling someone, they're there, it's very personal, you're in their immediate close space. Biggest challenge you've experienced with a big name in that space? I don't need to know the name. I just want to understand कि उसमें क्या challenge आता है with, let's say, working with big personalities.
थैंक गॉड कोई ज्यादा चैलेंज नहीं आया क्योंकि आई हैव बीन इफ आई से दैट आई बीन द ग्रैंड मदर ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्री एंड अ लॉट ऑफ द सेलिब्रिटीज हैव लिटरली ग्रोन विद मी through me my modeling agency. You know, at some point I've done like their image makeover before they were launched, or their early career commercials, etc. So I've been a part of that. Thankfully, there is a lot of respect for me as a person and also for the brand. तो हमें बहुत कम लोग तंग करते हैं. When we are on board for any project, we get a very good response, and also because I am so unforgiving कि हमारी टीम अगर परफॉर्म नहीं करेगी तो I'll be the first one to give them a tough time. तो मेरे से बड़ा ड्रैगन तो इस इंडस्ट्री में कोई और कम ही होगा. तो मैं अपने आप को ज्यादा तंग करूंगी बनिस्बत उनके.
आजकल के जो सेलिब्रिटीज हैं, लेट्स से एक्टर्स हो गए, इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हो गए, उनके तरबियत और उनकी लेट्स से एटीट्यूड, उनके पर्सोना में वर्सेस लेट्स से 10-15 इयर्स अगो क्या फर्क नजर आ रहा है?
आई थिंक डिसिप्लिन. आई थिंक वो बदहजमी बहुत हो जाती है जल्दी से. अगर बहुत जल्दी फेम हो जाए, इफ यू हैवंट बीन थ्रू द ग्राइंड एंड यू wake up one day with, like, you know,
a million
fame,
followers.
a million followers, exactly. तो वो थोड़ी सी indigestion हो जाती है. तो जब भी मैं अपनी टीम को कहती हूँ ठंडा करके खाओ.
Indigestion takes what shape?
Arrogance, बिलीविंग इन के दिस इज ट्रू. नन ऑफ दिस इज ट्रू. मुझे अगर कोई कहता है अच्छा आप वो नबीला है, तो मैं लिटरली आई डोंट बिलीव इट एंड आई लुक अराउंड के कौन सी, अच्छा वो इन देयर माइंड आई एम बिगर देन आई एम, बिकॉज इन रियलिटी आई एम अ मजदूर. आई वर्क विद माई हैंड्स एंड विद माई ब्रेन एंड आई वर्क. सो आई डोंट थिंक कि वो दिस गोज टू माई हेड. लेकिन ये जो नई जनरेशन है वो उनके फॉलोअर्स से ही उनका इतना कुछ दिमाग खराब हो जाता है कि यू नो आई ऑलवेज से दैट द ओनली प्लेस वेयर सक्सेस कम्स बिफोर वर्क इज द डिक्शनरी.
तो why did you say this is not real? It is real. भाई अगर किसी के मिलियन फॉलोअर्स आ गए तो आ गए ना फॉलोअर्स. इट्स नॉट लाइक
जैसे आ गए वैसे वो चले भी जाएंगे.
मिलियन तो नहीं जाते, 10% 20% गिर जाएंगे अनलेस वो कोई ऐसी हरकत करते हैं.
तो कर सकते हैं ना. तो जब बदहजमी होती है तो ऐसी हरकत करते हैं. वो बहुत सारे स्टार्स हैं, कोई डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस हो गई, कोई मी टू हो गया, कोई ये हो गया, उनके करियर तबाह हो जाते हैं. सो इजी कम इजी गो.
तो ये उस एरोगेंस और बदहजमी की वजह से होती हैं जो
आई थिंक यू मेक सम रॉन्ग चॉइसेस बिकॉज यू फील सो एंटाइटल्ड, यू फील सो एरोगेंट एंड यू मेक सम रॉन्ग चॉइसेस, जिसको मैं बदहजमी कह रही हूँ.
एंड जो डिसिप्लिन की आपने बात की थी, वो डिसिप्लिन लैकिंग है इनके अंदर.
यस, हार्ड वर्क, पंक्चुअलिटी
नहीं है.
टाइम.
पहले ज्यादा होता था.
गुड क्वेश्चन. पहले भी नहीं होता.
पहले भी नहीं होता था. ये पूरी इंडस्ट्री का एक स्टैंडर्ड है कि मतलब डिसिप्लिन इज बिकॉज ये क्रिएटिव, एक तरह से क्रिएटिव स्पेस है.
हाँ,
क्रिएटिव
और भी बुरा है. अभी जेन जी तो फिर एक अलग ही बीमारी है. You know, they're very sweet and talented, but you know, they have to be a little more disciplined.
क्या प्रॉब्लम, आपको क्या लगता है जेनजी का क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
एंटाइटलमेंट. यू नो, काम किया नहीं है, समझ आई नहीं है, दिमाग में चढ़ गया कि हम ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. इट्स गुड टू बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ, बट यू नो, टू बी कंसिस्टेंट एंड डिलीवर. दे आर द फ्यूचर. दे आर अमेजिंग. दे हैव सम अमेजिंग आइडियाज, बट आई थिंक शॉर्टकट नहीं है. हार्ड वर्क का शॉर्टकट नहीं है.
तो इट्स मोर के वो मुंह से कहते हैं कि वी विल गेट इट डन, बट द गेटिंग इट डन पार्ट नहीं हो रहा.
They need to discipline themselves because they are the future.
How are you solving for Gen Z in your business?
मैं क्या सॉल्व करूंगा?
आपके बिजनेस का फ्यूचर Gen Z तो है ना.
We try and work with them. We try to influence them. I try to choose carefully. I try to tell them कि look, your presence means something. Don't say I can WFH, you know, like you need to come and deliver time, you know.
वैसे आपके बिजनेस में वर्क फ्रॉम होम तो हो ही नहीं सकता ना. यू कांट कट समवन.
सोशल मीडिया है, मार्केटिंग है, फाइनेंस है, ये सारों में तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम हो सकता है, लेकिन हेयर कटिंग में नहीं हो सकता. आई एम सो वी हैव टू बिजनेसेस. यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, एक प्रोडक्ट्स है और एक सर्विसेज है. सर्विसेज का तो कोई मुझे मसला नहीं है क्योंकि वो इतना वेल हील हो गया है 40 years में. लेकिन जो प्रोडक्ट्स का है, जीरो इज मोर वेल ऑयल्ड देन hair care. Hair care is still new. So I'm very excited about the hair care journey.
What's your view on work from home?
During COVID, ऑनेस्टली हमने फैशन शोज भी किए थे.
Hmm.
आई डोंट नो इफ यू रिमेम्बर कि कोई फैशन वीक था या क्या.
Hmm.
एंड आई वाज टेलिंग देम कि ये लगाओ, अब ऐसे करो, अब बाल ऐसे करो, और वो मॉडल्स खुद कर रही थी. एंड आई थिंक
Hmm.
प्रिया मेड सम वीडियोस. It was amazing.
Hmm.
Or thanks to that, I got familiar with Zoom calls and being present on Zoom. Like you said, the marketing and the
Hmm.
image creation happens in Spain.
Hmm.
We work with them on Zoom. I'm always traveling all over the world with labs. I'm available on Zoom. So कभी कभी तो किसी डिपार्टमेंट में वो अपने कमरे से हमें Zoom से ज्वाइन करते हैं to not crowd the conference room. So very interesting.
How have you trained your kids are a part of the business,
Very much.
right? And they are the future of the business.
Hmm.
How have you trained them to have the same work ethic that you have?
They don't have the same work ethic. They don't. They believe in working smart and not working hard. They want more results by doing less.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. So I'm learning from them.
Hmm.
And, I feel ke maybe I'm very harsh on myself and I don't need to. They have a better work-life balance and I'm a workaholic. So I'm learning from them. It's different, and that's why I think we need to keep our eyes open to the next generation because they need to teach us.
Hmm.
And I think the magic happens when their vision and their newness is combined with the experience and again my vision, and that's when we create something beautiful.
How does the relationship evolve between a mother and a child when that mother and child are working in a business together as partners?
Exactly. So both my kids, Zaire, who's handling the financial structure, the operations, and Zakir is handling the vision and the marketing and the image. And then Sarah, my daughter-in-law, who's also part of the makeup team and, the trends and the training, etc. So all of us work together. So when we are home, although we all say कि काम की बात नहीं करनी, but we end up talking, like our work is so interrelated. कोई TV देख रहे हैं, कोई film देख रहे हैं, we end up looking at the design, at the edit, at the makeup, at the hair, at the content, like we don't know where work finishes and business begins, but we make a conscious effort to not discuss work after 8 p.m. or on weekends.
So that's
and on holidays.
So the fact that you don't know where work ends and life begins is great for work, because that means work is getting done even in the late hours and so on. But is that great for the family? Because then sometimes you need to still be a mother, right? And they still need to be the sons and daughter-in-laws. They need to play those roles too.
Yes.
How do you ensure that those roles are played?
I can only ensure that I play them right.
Hmm.
And I lead by example. So, I'll be an entrepreneur and a businesswoman and a stylist during work. And then I come home and I'm a complete vegetable. I'm a dadi. I'm like a cooking for the kids or having dinner with them or joking with them or not joking with them on the weekends. Just, breakfast mein kya khana hai, ye wo halwa puri type, So I try and create those moments to remain human. But otherwise, I'm quite a robot.
If someone wants to get into this business today, because getting into this business today to me seems the logical thing is पहले आप घर बैठ के Insta पे या TikTok पे videos बनाना शुरू करें, audience capture करें, then you probably open up your first store, then you go into the branded fashion and so on, अपना makeup and whatever products. How would you do it if you had to do it today, given the fact that you're surrounded by Gen Zs?
How did I do it then? I worked. I learned. I don't know if you know, I was very young, married at 18, teenage mom. Zakir was a few months old. I sold my wedding diamonds and went to the best school in the world. And I came and I opened a little 8 by 8 salon in my maid's room. So that's how I started, by doing one client, by doing some friend, by doing some neighbor, by doing some neighbor's kid. I would practice till I felt comfortable enough to start charging. I started small. I started with 75 rupees ticket, So again, for the newbie also, before they make the videos and content, please learn the skill.
You didn't
Practice.
charge your first haircuts?
Not till I was trained, had a diploma, and had a professional
And
salon.
how many haircuts had you done by then?
I started when I was 11 years old.
You started haircutting at 11.
Yeah, I was doing my own hair, my family, my mother's friends, etc. as an 11-year-old. I don't know why they had the faith in me, and I think I did some real disasters. But I didn't charge my first penny till I had the diploma.
Which is what age were you?
86. I was 21.
So 10 years you cut hair and you
Yeah.
never charged.
No, yeah, because I didn't even feel like a hairstylist. I just felt like I can do this. It wasn't a service. I was just doing it because I enjoyed doing it.
See, right there, none of the Gen Zs are going to do that. They're not going to run this for 10 years and not charge anything. वो तो पहले दिन आके कह देंगे भाई ये पैसे हैं आप बताएं करना है या नहीं.
So मैं वही कहती हूँ ना, it wasn't built in a day. So I would still tell them कि पहले craft सीखो, फिर वीडियोस बनाओ, फिर इन्फ्लुएंसर बनो, फिर पैसे चार्ज करो. पहले क्राफ्ट सीखो यार, सब्सटेंस तो होना चाहिए ना.
और सब लोग जो हैं आजकल क्राफ्ट को थोड़ा सा स्किम कर रहे हैं, वो सीधा जो है फॉलोइंग पे फोकस कर रहे हैं. चैलेंज यही है.
Do you think that works?
Not in the long run. It doesn't.
Not in the long run.
It does in the short run. But look, let's work through that also, right? It works in the short run. You can build an audience in the short run. You can monetize the audience and you can make a lot of money.
And then you can be a big hit for 6 years.
And then that's it. But then you have made the money, na? And you make the money and you go invest it in something else and you live the rest of your life peacefully on a beach. ये भी एक तरीका है. Maybe they don't love the craft the way you love the craft, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Good luck to them. I do it differently, but good luck to them. And that's why they are the future, because they will do it their way.
They will do it their way. This was really interesting, Nabila. Thank you so much for the time. I wish you all the best. I think the fact that you built or are building a global brand out of Pakistan in beauty, I think there's a huge opportunity, especially South Asian audiences ke liye. One related question, which I didn't ask you, I should ask you that. You're building a brand for beauty out of Pakistan. How would that work in India? क्योंकि स्किन टोन तो वही है, लेकिन कल्चरली हमारे जो ऑप्टिक्स के मसले मसाइल हैं, हमारे जो बॉर्डर के मसले मसाइल हैं, it should work. It's the same people, it's the same skin, more or less.
Yeah.
But it may not work because it's got the Pakistan stamp.
पहले तो ये कि आई थिंक इंडिया की बात हम नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन आई विल आंसर योर क्वेश्चन. सब कॉन्टिनेंट में इसीलिए कह रही हूँ क्योंकि हमारी शक्लें एक हैं. आई वुड इवन गो एज फार एज बांग्लादेश एंड श्रीलंका. Is it a Pakistani brand? Hell no. The only thing Pakistani about it is probably my passport. Okay. It's made abroad. The head office is in Dubai. It's, packaged abroad. It's sold abroad and Pakistan. So it's not a Pakistan. I don't consider it I consider it a global brand. So that's why they are not buying a Pakistani brand. The reason I can do IFAs, etc. is because it's a Middle East based brand.
And you feel that is going to break that barrier in perception?
Yeah, because there is no boundary to it's not Pakistan. I am Pakistan.
Yeah.
My experience is Pakistan.
But the brand is not.
But the brand is not. I would like to talk a little bit about the hair care brand, because that's what we're launching next week, and I'm hoping this will coincide with that.
How is the hair care different from your makeup brand? Because you launched hair care later, even though at the age of 11, you were cutting hair. So why didn't you launch hair care first?
Yeah. No, like I said, I was saving it for the last, and it was, I think I also had inertia too, because it was my final trick, and I had to do it right. But we started with the repair range, which is for damaged hair, colored hair, etc., to give them a solution for the problem. And now, as we speak, we are launching the daily use range, which is more for normal hair, frequent wash, active lifestyles, etc. The range is growing really fast. We have the styling products, which I think are more relevant to our hair, our weather, our lifestyles, our sensibility. So again, what I'm practicing in Zero and bringing through makeup and beauty, I am doing the same for hair, because the dark hair, the thick hair, the humid weather, the bright sun, the colors that we have, our natural pigment, hair pigment, everything is very specific. And I feel like with all the experience, I can come up and create a niche, which is, I would call mastige.
Why Mastige?
Because it's not masses and it's not prestige. So it's a new middle class range, which is better than over the counter cheap shampoos, but it's not hurting your pocket like imported brand would be. But at the same time, I tell my clients, you have to trust what I'm giving because I have chosen the ingredients. वो मिलान में बना है कि मुल्तान में बना है, आप इसकी फिक्र ना करें.
तो इसमें अगर मैं ये पूछूं हेयर केयर के अंदर, it's ironic that I'm discussing hair care.
I'm like, you
I know nothing about hair care. Clearly, it didn't work. Whatever I knew it wasn't right. But if you was to do it again, if someone was to do it again, hair care में how much does it matter कि आप जो महंगा ingredient ले रहे हैं, right? And there's a big price differential from what I understand. Is going to give you, let's say, exponentially the same results. यानी कि अगर मैं 5,000 की चीज दे रहा हूँ versus 1,000 की, क्या मुझे 5 गुना बेहतर बाल में इफेक्ट्स आएंगे? मेरे ब्रेकेज कम होगी, मेरी डैमेज कम होगी. Is it 5 times या pricing is just based on brand perception?
अच्छा, मैंने वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कि एक मल्टीनेशनल के ब्रांड मैनेजर होते थे. टॉकिंग 25 years ago when I was thinking I'll do my own hair care line. I said कि मुझे बनाना है शैम्पू, लेकिन मैं नहीं चाहती कोई मेरा फॉर्मूला कॉपी कर ले. तो उसने मुझे बोला कि ये जो 200 रुपए की बोतल है और ये 2,000 की बोतल है, इसके अंदर सामान सेम है, इसके ऊपर नाम क्या लिखा हुआ है उसका फर्क है, सो नोबडी कैन स्टील योर फॉर्मूला. और वो चीज मुझे समझ आई कि आपकी क्रेडिबिलिटी क्या है, आपका नाम क्या है, व्हाट डज योर ब्रांड स्टैंड्स फॉर, जिसके ऊपर मैंने काम किया फिर उसके बाद में 25 साल के. आई स्टैंड फॉर ऑथेंटिसिटी. हाँ, क्या मैं कहूं कि मैं स्प्लर्ज कर रही हूं और मुझे फ्रेंच इसकी और फ्रेंच उसकी जरूरत है? नहीं, मुझे सही मटेरियल की जरूरत है. मैं आपको बेवकूफ नहीं बना रही हूँ और सस्ता प्रोडक्ट नहीं दे रही, ना मैं आपको 10,000 का प्रोडक्ट बेच के कोई फ्रेंच की कह रही हूँ. मैं कह रही हूँ, trust me, I am responsible. I will give you what's necessary. I will give you the best ingredients. I'll give you the best solution of what we need at a most affordable price and practical result oriented product. Nothing more, nothing less.
So that means I don't have to pay 5 times more.
No, and I don't have to buy French and this and that, I will buy what is necessary
तो
for
अगर
your hair.
मुल्तान में मिले या मिलान में
मिलान
मिले,
में बने,
doesn't
आप
matter.
उसकी फिक्र नहीं. आप बोलें कि मैंने चूज किया है तो मैं बेस्ट चीज
So
आपको
you're betting on
लेके आऊं.
Nabila, basically.
Yes, I'm like, trust me. अब 40 साल में अगर मैंने इतनी ट्रस्ट नहीं कमाया, then forget it.
What's your view on this whole hair transplant business that's taken off, and how does your product, how can your products help support that? क्योंकि देखिए transplant business में you're basically reactivating hair. Some last, some doesn't last. तो क्या does hair product need to be evolving कि ये transplant business भी grow हो रहा है, तो it needs to be taken care of differently?
अच्छा, देखिए, मैं अपने टीम को भी और अपने आप को भी और अपने ब्रांड को मैं ये कहती हूँ, मैंने झूठ नहीं बोलना है. अगर कोई क्लाइंट आके या कोई ब्रांड आके कह रहा है ये हेयर लॉस के लिए शैम्पू है, ये हेयर ग्रोथ के लिए शैम्पू है, तो झूठ बोल रहा है. ऐसी कोई चीज अभी तक निकली नहीं है. देयर इज रिसर्च गोइंग ऑन इन UCLA. अपेरेंटली दे हैव क्रैक्ड समथिंग रिसेंटली. इट्स नॉट इवन अ ईयर, सो इट्स नॉट.
कोई भी शैम्पू हेयर लॉस नहीं रोक सकता.
नहीं, वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं.
और कोई भी शैम्पू हेयर ग्रोथ नहीं कर सकता.
और कोई भी शैम्पू आपके बाल गिरा भी नहीं सकता. तो ग्रोथ और लॉस
ये शैम्पू का रिजल्ट नहीं है. दिस इज जेनेटिक्स.
यस, ऑफ कोर्स. सो आई एम नॉट सेलिंग यू द ड्रीम कैसे आपके बाल ग्रो होंगे, नहीं होंगे. अगर आपका एक बाल भी रह गया है तो वो मैनेज अच्छे होंगे, उसमें शाइन आएगी, उसमें वॉल्यूम आएगी. ये चीजें मैं प्रॉमिस कर सकती हूँ और मैं वही प्रॉमिस करूंगी जो मैं डिलीवर करूंगी. हाँ, अगर आप हेयर ट्रांसप्लांट की बात करें, अमेजिंग वर्क्स. टूपेज, टॉपर्स, ट्रांसप्लांट और इवन शेविंग योर हेयर ऑफ. अभी तो वो टैटूज करवा रहे हैं विच लुक्स लाइक हेयर, सो योर गंज ऑल्सो लुक्स लाइक अ थिकर गंज. So there are lots of solutions. Some are surgical, some are non-surgical. Go for it. I'm an advocate for looking at science and coming up with solutions, whether it's a poke or a knife or a cut. Go for it. But आप झूठ नहीं बोलें भाई, ये बोतल में इसका इलाज नहीं है, अभी तक नहीं है.
What is the easiest way to take care of your hair? Other than just using your hair products.
Not my hair. I'm not saying use my hair. Use whatever you think is right. This is a great option.
Routine क्या होना चाहिए?
Routine trims. Regular trims. Good shampoo condition. That's it.
That's it.
Pull it. Don't. There's nothing you can do. take care of it, think fashion, change, hair is malleable, rethink, reinvent, experiment, and what you have done well actually, I must say, कि जब गंजापन हो रहा होता है तो आपको जो कलर डिफरेंस जो है वो कम से कम करना है between the black hair and the skin. So when you either go gray, you blend it, you do a suede head, you shave it off, and you bring attention to your body, your fashion statement, your glasses, your accessories, your clothes, your wardrobe, your style. Bring the attention not to your hair but to something else in your personality. So that would be the right approach. Like, don't apologize for it. Then if you want to go to the hair transplant or toupee or toppers route, that's also an option.
What does it say to you about a person based on the way they keep their hair? What can you tell about a person by looking at their hair?
Like looking at you, let's talk about you right now. I think that you are a wash and wear person. You're a natural person. You're an active person. Your lifestyle is wash and go, real, effortless, as opposed to some movie star who'll have a toupee and spray and topic and, मुझे पता है कि 4 hair stylists उस पे काम कर रहे हैं, पीछे से उनकी तस्वीर नहीं ले सकते. Sometimes, the glue will show, so they have to like work on it. Tricks.
And what did it tell you about that person? वो जो पूरा है, no, in terms of the way you describe their hair, what does it tell you about their personality?
Fake, public appearance. And there's a big star that we work with, उसको पीछे से इजाजत नहीं है कि कोई पीछे उसकी तस्वीर लेगा, because जो टूपे जो होता है वो यूं करते हैं तो मुर्गे के थोड़ा सा खड़ा हो जाता.
See, you can actually look at someone's hair and figure out
in 1 second. Me, with so much experience, I can. और मेरी एक और बीमारी है कि पहले मैं वो प्रॉब्लम ठीक करती हूँ, then I talk. So in my mind, I fix the problem and done your hair and makeup before I even talk to you.
That's fascinating. So you can tell by just looking at someone कि ये बंदा कैसा होगा. That is a very, very good skill. You need to figure out how to market that, bottle that and market that.
अच्छा, मैं किसी शादी में गई, किसी क्लोज रिलेटिव की, और वो दुल्हन बैठी थी और उसके पूरा कवर हुई भी थी, और उसके पाँव की नेल पॉलिश और शेप से मैंने बता दिया कि इसकी स्टैंडिंग स्टेटस किधर है.
Really?
इसकी थिंकिंग का ये कौन सी फिल्म देखती है.
Just by looking at the पाँव की nail polish?
Yes, because I am image, I'm an image maker. तो मुझे पता है कि आपने क्या खाया था, तो आपने क्या सोचा था, तो आपकी इंस्पिरेशन क्या है, आपकी एस्पिरेशन क्या है. Therefore you have adapted this.
चले मैं इसको एक आगे स्टेप लेता हूँ. Tell me the difference based on the way our current prime minister looks and the previous prime minister looked. What is the difference you see in their personality?
Previous,
current and previous. I'm just picking the two people.
हाँ, तो आप मुझे फंसा देंगे.
नहीं मैं नाम तो कोई नहीं ले रहा ना.
जैसे किसी को पता नहीं है. अच्छा, तो previous is of course athletic.
You could just by looking at the hair and just
personality के so confident in their skin that the hair didn't matter, the Shalwar kameez didn't matter, the fitness was there, the inside out was there, whether it was a Peshawari chappal or sneakers or track pants or latte ka shalwar kameez, the ingredient was there, the personality, the inside out was there. Abhi jo hai, it's very choreographed, it's crafted, every hair is grafted literally in place, the suit and the tie and the appearances, keeping up, facade, so वो पता चलता है.
ये तो बड़ा आपने इंटरेस्टिंग, आपको एनालिसिस करनी चाहिए. सारे जो पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स हैं, who's real, who's fake.
अब फीमेल्स की बात बिल्कुल ना करना.
क्यों?
ना लड़ाइयाँ हो जाएंगी.
चलिए, let's say if you compare.
Don't do that. Don't go there.
We had a foreign minister many years ago and we have a chief minister currently. They're both very, the presentation is very
शुक्र है मुझे नहीं पता कौन थे.
This was good. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really enjoyed the discussion. I wish you all the best with the brand. I think you'll do fantastic with your hair care. It'll be a global brand. It'll be the first $1 billion beauty brand coming out of our region.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.